What's up, party people? We are back. It's true. Now my question to you is, what are you doing on a terrific Tuesday when the market isn't in the red? Or is it in the green? Wow. Let's take a look, shall we? Woo! Boy, oh boy. Now, before we get started, now that's on our very own site, our lovely Rich TV Live site, where you can actually find the news live and in real time. You can find the news on Rich TV Live. There it is, streaming all the top stocks. And look at this. A lot of the stocks that we got featured are in the green. Didn't I say that when stocks are in the red, it's a good time to buy? And when they're in the green, it's a good time to sell, right? Well, you could go to Rich TV Live now, absolutely free, and you could just go and see the news. And you can also go and see all the trending stocks. You can see what's up with Google at $971. Currently up and in the green, almost 1%. You can see what's up with Apple. Apple at $146 in the green. What's going on in the weed stocks, you ask? Well, what about weed? Canopy Growth Corp at $7.90. It's a little bit in the red today. What about Organogram? It's just kind of dead. Now let's take a look at GBTC, the Bitcoin company, currently at $405, up $18 from yesterday's bottom, jumping up 4.7%. What about BTSC, First Bitcoin Services Inc., BTSC, up 7.5%. What a great tool we have here at Rich TV Live. And this is only going to get better. We are just developing the site. And trust me, it is only going to get better, people. Now, we got our videos up on there. Is there a stream on there? Get better. We are just developing the site. And trust me, it is only going to get better, people. Now, isn't that incredible? We are live streaming live on Rich TV Live right now as we speak, thanks to the tools of the gods. Technology has spoken, and we are live streaming on Rich TV Live right now as we speak. So not only are we on YouTube, one of the greatest streaming platforms in the galaxy, if not the greatest streaming platform in the galaxy, soon to be followed by Rich TV Live, another streaming platform. Imagine that. One of the only few streaming platforms in the galaxy. Now, imagine what we're going to be able to do. Imagine what we're going to be able to accomplish, considering we're just getting started. I mean, we've only been on YouTube for 5 months. Imagine what the future holds. Imagine the possibilities, people. We are just getting started. Let's take a look at the markets. Putting a little spring in my step. We're in the green. The Dow Jones up 81 points. 0.38%. The S&P 500 up 8 points, slight 0.37%. What about the NASDAQ? Up 36 points, 0.60%. It is climbing. And the global Dow up 8.7%. Gold down slightly. The safe haven. Is it really the safe haven? 1.9 points. 0.15 of a percent. Slight. Oil at $46. Wow. Look at this. Billionaire predicts blue chips to double by 2030 and Tesla to do even better. Wow. We're going to get Tesla featured on Rich TV Live. Don't worry. We're going to get all over that one. We're going to add that to our list. We are a work in progress, but Tesla is a must buy right now. Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix. You just can't go wrong. How about Shop and Dollarama? They're all winners. It's true. Those are blue chip winners. They got chicken dinner written all over them. How about Costco? How about Home Depot? Oh yeah, those are all winners. I love them all. It's true. I'm going to get all of those on our list. Let's call it our blue chip list. And we obviously have a list of medical marijuana stocks. We obviously have a list of Bitcoin cryptocurrencies that we're watching and investing in. We're investing in every single major industry because we want to be diversified. Now, the question is, what is your investing strategy? Is it short term? Is it long term? Is it a momentum trade? Are you a day trader? Or are you a little bit more like me? Are you looking to accumulate companies long term? And you're looking for good value companies that are going to be revenue generating, good long-term winners that got chicken dinner written all over them. Hey, and guys, sometimes I win and sometimes I lose. Short term, and as long as those companies, and I start to watch them, especially when I'm investing in them, and when I start to get to know the companies, I start to do my due diligence, start to figure out what's really going on with them. Sometimes I do it a little bit too late. Sometimes I do it after they've already gone up or down, which can be a mistake. But hey, listen, I never said I was a perfect trader. I never said I was the best trader on the planet. In fact, I bet a lot of you are better traders than me. My goal here is to work together and create a platform where we can all find the winners together, where we can predict it, we can find it, we can benefit from it. Now take a look at this. This is a cryptocurrency called the Potcoin. I identified this when it was at 2 cents. I told Mr. Katam, I said, man, I want to buy it. I didn't buy it. It has punished me, okay, for not buying it. It is currently at 17 cents, currently up 25% today alone. It hit a high of 18, almost 19 cents. This is a cryptocurrency on livecoin.net. Now you wonder where to go and get cryptocurrencies. Where do I go to buy cryptocurrencies, you ask? Well, it's pretty simple, guys. You just got to go to Rich TV Live. If you want to go and buy cryptocurrencies on Rich TV Live, all you got to do is hit the button right there. It says Coin Mama. See right there? Yeah, Coin Mama. Click on Coin Mama. Let's click on it right now. Let's test it. So we click on Coin Mama and boom, Coin Mama pops up. These guys, I've done my due diligence. I've done my research. They are the #1 place to buy cryptocurrencies. They are the easiest place to buy cryptocurrencies. They are the #1 place to buy cryptocurrencies. They are the #1 place to buy Bitcoin. And you can buy up to $1 million worth of Bitcoin right here with Coin Mama. Okay? Then what you need to do is you need to download your blockchain wallet, put it right on your phone, okay? And then there's a code. That code is how you transfer the money from your CoinMama account to your blockchain wallet, and then from your blockchain wallet, you then transfer it to your livecoin.net account. Your livecoin.net account is also here on Rich TV Live. That's true, guys. Follow the links. This is the only place you need to go to buy Bitcoin. The only place you need to go to buy Bitcoin in the planet is Rich TV Live. You go to coinmama.com. You can buy it with your debit card. You can buy it with your credit card. You can wire them funds. They take any form of payment. It is the best method in the planet to use. CoinMama, right on Rich TV Live. And then you go to your wallet, transfer the funds into your wallet, and then from your wallet, and you can get a Coinbase wallet, you can get a CoinMama wallet, you can get a blockchain wallet. I currently have a blockchain wallet. I have a Monero wallet. I have a Coinbase wallet. I have a CoinMama wallet. I got wallets for all the different opportunities that are out there. So take your wallet, transfer the funds from CoinMama. It doesn't matter if you want to transfer $100 or if you want to transfer $1 million. You can go to Rich TV Live, buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin right off of CoinMama right now, and then transfer it to your blockchain wallet, and then you can immediately transfer from your blockchain wallet to livecoin.net 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can do it on a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. You can do it anytime you want. You can use Rich TV Live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get this right here and buy your Bitcoin, okay? And right now, get your accounts open. You need to do it immediately because Bitcoin is on fire. And if you really want to take advantage as an entrepreneur of one of the hottest industries in the galaxy, I'm suggesting you set up your blockchain wallet. I suggest you set up your CoinMama account right now, live, while we're speaking on YouTube and on Rich TV Live, streaming live. I suggest you get your CoinMama account set up right now. And you set up your livecoin.net account right now. Go to richtvlive.com, set up your livecoin.net account right now, and start trading cryptocurrencies. I mean, why wouldn't you want the pot coin? Who the heck doesn't want the pot coin? I mean, I want the pot coin, okay? Now, how many other people do you think out there want the pot coin? This is going to be a hot commodity, people. Come on. And there are over 730 cryptocurrencies. 730. And if you look at all of their charts, well, they're up. Oh, yeah. And you keep asking, how do I buy Bitcoin, Rich? Where do I go to buy Bitcoin, Rich? How do I buy Bitcoin, Rich? Well, I'm telling you guys how to buy Bitcoin. You go to richtvlive.com. You go over to CoinMama. You click the button and you set up your account. Then you go to download your wallet. And then you go to livecoin.net. Transfer the funds from your blockchain wallet, which is what I got, and then you're like this guy. You're doing this, you're doing the pose. You're all the way up. You're all the way up. You're doing the pose like this guy. All the way up. It's a user-friendly interface. Explore Lifecoin. Hey, this is the best platform I have found for trading cryptocurrencies, period. Okay? And there's a lot of guys, big players, using livecoin.net. I've done my research. I've done my due diligence. It is the #1 place in the galaxy to trade cryptocurrencies. It's true. And you can now get your accounts and buy Bitcoins. Oh my goodness. We are on the precipice of greatness. I mean, this is our website. I mean, doesn't it look kind of like Yahoo Finance, Google Finance? But no, it's Rich TV Live. Look, there's the proof right there, Rich TV. We got stocks scrolling, watching my hot stocks, watching my blue chip stocks, tech stocks, watching my Bitcoin and cryptocurrency stocks. And now you guys can watch with me. You can see what I'm watching too. And I can change this interface anytime I want. Look at all the news. My goodness. As it happened live. So exciting. Now, you're probably wondering, what are the hottest stocks in the universe? And as Rich Stradamus, it's my duty. It's my responsibility. It is my modus operandi to bring you the winners. A chicken dinner or two a week, and occasionally a turkey. Now, let me tell you guys, it ain't easy winning all the time. But MOSY? My goodness. Wow. That's got chicken dinner written all over it. I mean, it's up 64%, and it's on the NASDAQ, and it's traded 15 million shares? Wow. My goodness. Got my attention. Does it have you? No. Not you. Wasn't talking to you, silly. I'm talking to you. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Do you like MOSY? I mean, what's not to like? It's a winner. Would you like some more winners? As Rich Stradamus, could I possibly have some more winners up these sleeves? Well, before I get into the winners, I gotta talk a little bit about this basketball game. Man, oh man, like, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. The NBA has now been destroyed. Okay, let's be honest. The NBA has been destroyed. You know, like, let's be honest. Who wants to watch the NBA when you've got a basketball team that has Kevin Durant, probably right now the MVP and the best player in the world? I mean, LeBron did average a triple-double, but Kevin, you just put yourself on another level. You did. And you dominated LeBron. And you deserved to be the MVP, and you deserved to win. However, if I was a free agent and I had the chance to go play for Golden State, I would too, because they're the only team that can beat Cleveland, and Cleveland is the only team that can beat Golden State. So it's interesting, these are the two best teams in the NBA, and Cleveland is going to do everything they can in their power to make themselves better for next year. That's obvious, because they're just not good enough to beat Golden State. But at the same time, Golden State is so good that it has destroyed the NBA, because you got the best player right now in the world in Kevin Durant, and you got one of the top 5 players in the world in Steph Curry, and then you probably got one of the top 20 players in the world in Draymond Green, and you probably got one of the top, 20 players in the world in Klay Thompson. So you got 4 of the top 20 players in the NBA on the same team, and it's destroyed the NBA. It has destroyed the NBA. And to be quite honest with you, it's just embarrassing what they've done to the NBA. And they've destroyed it, and they've ruined it completely. And it's sad. But, hey, I'm not the one that runs the NBA. I'm just a fan. I'm here to tell you my perspective. I believe that they've destroyed the NBA. As a player, I'm thinking I got to go to two teams. I either got to go to Cleveland or I got to go to Golden State if I want a chance to win, because those are the two most stacked teams in the NBA, and they're only going to get better, and every free agent is going to want to go play on those teams because those are the only two teams that are going to be in the finals every single year. So it's pretty sad. They've ruined the NBA, but it is what it is. So that's my little rant about basketball. Congratulations, Kevin Durant. Congratulations, Steph Curry. Congratulations to all the players that got a championship, that have been working so hard, like David West. Obviously, well deserved. Played really, really well. And at the end of the day, the NBA is ruined, but you're still a fan of the sport. I would love one day to be able to be courtside and be broadcasting at a game and get a chance to give you my opinions and my thoughts. But I believe if the NBA really wants to have a future, they need to go in a different direction. And I don't believe that this 2 teams out of 30 teams strategy is good for the NBA long term. And it's definitely not good short term either. So that's my rant on the NBA. And now we've got the Pittsburgh Penguins, which I called. I did say Pittsburgh would win in 7. They won in 6, so I was right about that. But I also called that Cleveland would win, and I was so wrong about that. So congratulations, Golden State, for winning, and it is well deserved. But I do not believe it is a good thing for the NBA to have super teams, and I believe that Golden State will only get better, especially if they can keep the Fabulous Four together. I don't see how anybody ever beats them. And you saw LeBron play incredible, but it just wasn't good enough. So congratulations once again, LeBron, for breaking all of the records and now being in your 8th championship finals, but only winning 3 times. That's got to be pretty tough, but you're a great player, and if you want to win more, I suggest maybe you should go to Golden State too. And I'll stop talking about that on that note. So there are more stocks that are winning today. It's true. And because the markets are so hot, as Rich Stradamus, it is my responsibility, my modus operandi, to find the winners. So how about this? Clean Tech Solutions on the NASDAQ at $4.88, up 17%. Traded 3 million shares. Ooh, yeah. That's winning. Now, could there possibly be some more winners? Let me go find out. Now I got some more winners that I got up these sleeves. I gotta pull them out though. Oh, there we go. See? Oh, there we go. See that? Are you guys ready? Are you ready for more winners? Because I know, it's hard to believe that there's this many winners that we would be able to identify, but it's true. We do identify the winners, and we identify them first and before anybody else on the planet. So let's take a look at, wait for it, let's hear from the Angel of Mercy. I at $2.61, up 13% on the New York Stock Exchange, traded 3.6 million shares. Now we're gonna start dating. It's true. I will follow IPI. Now, I love me some IPI. Do you like IPI? Do you think it's a winner? And do you think it has chicken dinner written all over it? If you do, visit Rich TV Live. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like down below and comment on this show, because all I do is bring you winners every single day. And when I'm not bringing them, DJ Cloud Ninja brings you the winners. It's true. Would you like to find the winners today? Well, let me finish bringing you my winners, and then I'll bring you his winners. And I'll show you how incredible, how much of a ninja the DJ Cloud Ninja really is. Because he is a true sniper. A true sniper. And to be quite honest with you, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Now, what could I possibly use as an intro song to the next winner? ABIL. Doesn't it look familiar? Well, we're going to start dating. So I think I've talked about you before, ABIL. And I think it's time that we start dating. We are now dating. I haven't popped the question yet. Because remember, till death do us part. That's the way I trade. I don't like to just jump ship. I'm not so quick to jump ship as soon as something goes wrong. No, I got tougher skin than that. It's till death do us part. So you gotta make sure before you pop the question that you're really love her, or else you might be leading to a divorce. And anybody who's ever gone through a divorce knows that ain't pretty. Not pretty. Now, what could possibly be up on a terrific Tuesday? What else could possibly be up? You ask. Rich Stradamus. What could possibly be up? You ask. Well, believe it or not, there may be more that are up today. And as Rich Stradamus, I feel like it's my responsibility. I feel like it's my duty to bring you the winners. And it's hard. I mean, it's hard to bring in the winners every day. It's hard to keep delivering chicken dinners. Sometimes turkey. Occasionally some surf and turf. It's true. Now, what is the next winner, you ask? Well, DRYS, dry ships in the shipping industry, up 13%. It exploded to a high of $2.28. Traded 10.2 million shares. It is recently retracted. Be careful here. Oh, look at it turn around here, folks. It might go for another run. It's starting to turn around here. Look at this. Exploded up, came down, and is starting to turn around. Now, you're probably wondering, Rich, do you have some more, Rich? Well, I do. GAHC, Diana, container ships. Another company on the NASDAQ at 44 cents. This could be an incredible sniper opportunity. Now, the thing with these shipping industries and these shipping companies and shipping stocks is they go up really quickly and they go down very quickly. So the biggest concern that I would have with these stocks is that this could just be a one-day run. And it may not be a continuous trend or even a good long-term trend. So buyer beware, be very, very careful. I'm not sure this trend will continue, but there's something going on here. And whenever I see a NASDAQ stock at 44 cents, I know they have a lot of pressure to get the $3 to $5. And if they don't get the $3 to $5, they will be delisted. So there's always pressure for these stocks to do something. What will that something be? I don't know. But they're moving. They're on the move. And they got my attention. Do they have yours? I'm going to start dating DCIX. I ain't going to buy it. I'm just going to date it. There's a difference between dating and marrying. Alright guys, now let's take a look at Bitcoin as it's climbing. Wow! As we speak, Bitcoin is at $2,740 USD for one Bitcoin. Wow! Pot. Who's watching? It really makes you wonder who's watching. Because wasn't I just talking about this when it was up 25% at 17 cents? And now we're at 18 cents and up 30%. It really makes you wonder who's watching. Told you guys I love the pot coin. And it's just continuously climbing as we speak. It's absolutely incredible to see this. Now, I don't want to look at just the pot coin. Let's take a look and see the top 10. Okay, so wow, Bitcoin's now at 2,708. Do you see the spikes in the movements? They are just absolutely incredible. Now, we need some Bitcoin music. We need some Bit 10 music. Let's get some Bit 10 music. Some Bit 10 music, guys. Ethereum in the #1 spot at $382. BTC at $2,708 for one Bitcoin. Ethereum Classic, I like this one, at $19.68. It was just recently at $17. It is climbing. It is the cheaper version of Ethereum as far as I'm concerned. If this is at almost 400 and this is at 20, this is 20 times more than this. What about BitShares, guys? BitShares at 35 cents, down 2%, but it's in the top 10 in 4th spot. It's got my attention, guys, at 35 cents. It could be a big winner. And what about Litecoin at $29? It's in the top 10 for a reason. It's in 5th spot. What do you think about Litecoin? Here's one of Kenny Lee's favorites, NXT, up 34% at 21 cents. Do you like NXT? What about Digibyte? DGB at 3 cents, up 28%. What about Ripple in 8th spot? XRP at 25 cents, up 3%. And Dash, DASH, at $1.77, up 4.95%. And one of my favorites because of the price, guys. Look at this one, the Sia coin at 1.5 cents, up 15% today. SC is the symbol, the Sia coin. Really like the Sia coin, guys. Love it because of the price. At 1.5 cents in the top 10, I just think you can't ignore it. I think you can't ignore it, and I think it deserves our attention. Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin, how I love thee, Bitcoin. I have been told that Bitcoin will end poverty. I have been told that Bitcoin is the future of currencies, currency exchange. I've been told that Bitcoin could go to as much as $500,000 to $1 million per Bitcoin. And because there's only 16 million of them, and you ask me, how do you find this out, right? Well, you go to worldcoinindex.com and you just click on it. Click. Let me show you. Click. Now this right here shows there was $341 million that has gone through buying and selling of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. And you don't think Bitcoin deserves your attention? There are 16.38 million coins. There are billions of people on this planet last time I looked. If there's only 16 million coins and there's billions of people, that means that there are less coins than there is people. Which means not everybody in the world will have one. Which means if you have one, that makes you unique. That makes you authentic. I believe that's going to drive the price up. I believe we see the price going up every day. We saw it crash yesterday. And when I left and said, guys, I'm going to go buy me some Bitcoin, and I said the market is crashing, I didn't say the market is crashing, Bitcoin is going to nothing. I wouldn't be putting CoinMama on my website and livecoin.net on my website if I thought Bitcoin was crashing and disappearing. I said Bitcoin was crashing because I wanted to create a buying opportunity, a buying signal for you, the people, which evidently was a 100% buying signal. Because as you can see, when we left the show yesterday, it was at 2,400. And today, a day later, 24 hours later, we're at 2,700. So it was a good buying signal, and it was a good buying opportunity. Unfortunately, I was not able to buy some Bitcoin because it started immediately coming back up. And I was waiting for it to come back down, and it just didn't come back down. So Bitcoin is absolutely incredible. Now, what I want you guys to do is, if you take a look at the 1-year chart on Bitcoin, I want to just blow your mind a little bit here. I want you guys to understand where we're at here with Bitcoin. Because for you guys to really understand where we're at this time last year, Bitcoin was at around, June 13th. June 13th of last year, Bitcoin was at $765. So, to give you guys a perspective of what Bitcoin has done in the last year, it has gone up all the way from $765 all the way to where it's currently today at, 2,000. Obviously, we've seen a peak of over 3,000, but it's currently at $2,732 right now as we speak. So take a look at this. So would you have liked to be a part of this? Now, obviously, I'm waiting for this to come down, but what if it just doesn't? I mean, it could, obviously, but what if it doesn't? And I mean, nobody really knows. A lot of people are predicting that it's going to go up even more as it becomes more and more mainstream, and we are going to be a part of that. We're going to be a big part of making Bitcoin mainstream and making Bitcoin a household name and looking at all of the Bitcoin stocks and cryptocurrencies and different opportunities that we can invest in the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space. That is exactly what we want to do on Rich TV Live. We want to bring you the news. We want to bring you what's trending. We want to bring you the real trending news and information in real time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the one thing that we love about Bitcoin, and we will have Bitcoin cryptocurrencies on Rich TV Live. We're working on it as we speak. And the one thing that we love about Bitcoin is that it trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So for us, Bitcoin is the future, and we want to be on the precipice, on the cutting edge of anything that is new, anything that is trending, anything that is futuristic. That is what Rich TV Live is all about. And we are going to continue to be the leaders of anything that is new, anything that is trending, anything that is revolutionary. As you could see, we are already streaming live right on our homepage, which I can tell you guys, as you can see, it's not on the homepage. We're going to have to fix that. Mark, if you're watching, we need to be streaming on the homepage, my friend. But we are streaming in the video section, but we need to be streaming on the homepage for sure when we're live. So as you guys can see, we are a work in progress. There's a lot of things that we're working with every single day, that we're tinkering with, that we're playing with to try to make Rich TV Live one of the greatest streaming platforms in the galaxy. But obviously, when you are only in business for 5 months and we are in our infancy stages, we are still a work in progress. So are we happy about where we are today? Absolutely. Are we blessed to be where we are today? Absolutely. However, are we where we want to be? No. We need to be on the homepage, streaming. I got a message. Kenny.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, buddy? We're live on YouTube, my friend.
Hey, they just released a Trump coin.
A Trump coin.
Yeah.
Wow. So where do I find it? Where do we find it?
It's on my phone. I just got a notification and they just said new coins, new market. Trump coin is available for trading.
What is the symbol?
Trump.
Wow. Oh, there it is. The Trump coin. You guys heard it from DJ Cloud Ninja live on YouTube and on Rich TV Live. There is a Trump coin, and you can now buy it right through Rich TV Live. Follow the link, click on Coin Mama, put your money in your account, set up your blockchain wallet, transfer your funds, put it into your blockchain wallet, transfer from your blockchain wallet to your livecoin.net account, which you can find right on Rich TV Live, right here, guys. I'll show you right now. Right here, Livecoin. Click on that link, set up your account, and buy your Trump coin. Wow. What do you think? Are you going to buy it?
Yep.
That's what I love about you, man. You are a ninja, man. Did I not call the pot coin like a month ago?
Yeah, he did.
And I missed it, man, and I'm so angry, and it's at 18 cents? Oh my goodness. What do you think about that one? Do you think that's a good buy?
I don't know, really. Like, I'm
Well,
just focused on other stocks, like other currencies right now. So
well, that one's gone up a lot, so it should have your
there's a
attention.
lot more that, like, there's a lot more stocks that went up more than that.
Well, of course, but I'm just saying that there is a niche market for people that will buy that just because of its name.
Pretty sure.
Oh, thank you, Mark. You are a scholar, my friend. Mark has just put us live on the homepage. So, isn't that incredible that we have our own IT team that is working around the clock 24 hours a day to help Rich TV Live be one of the greatest streaming platforms in the galaxy? What do you think about that, Kenny?
What do you mean?
We weren't streaming live on our homepage, and I literally was just like saying, "Hey, Mark, if you're watching, put us live on the homepage because we're not streaming live on the homepage." And Mark just messaged me saying we're streaming live on the homepage.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool that we have our own web team that's working around the clock to help us stream live on Rich TV Live and able to work with us 24 hours a day to allow us to make these changes live 24 hours a day. So if I need something and I want to change something, I can literally say, "Hey, Mark, if you're watching, we're not streaming on the homepage like I did." And he literally now has us streaming on the homepage. Just like that, instantly. So I've never had my own IT team working for us and with us before like we do now. And guys, if you guys are interested in learning who's doing this for Rich TV Live, it's Mobile Mayhem. Okay? That's the name of the company. All you got to do is scroll down to the bottom of Rich TV Live and you can see who the developers are. It's Mobile Mayhem Developers. And they will work for your company 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to tell your story, okay? To really give you a professional look and a professional image. So far with what the image looks like on the website, what do you think, Kenny? Do you think that that's an upgrade from where we were?
Yes, it is definitely an upgrade.
Okay, good. So I think we're definitely moving along. We're moving in the right direction. We're definitely not where we want to be, but we definitely are upgrading, and I believe we are moving in the right direction. And guys like you that are bringing me shows. You know what? Actually, I'd like to pull up your show. Do you mind if I pull up your show right now and we watch it?
Which one?
The one that you sent me today that we put up on Rich TV
Oh,
Live.
yeah. I don't mind.
Okay, let's put that up because I think it was actually very well done. Hold on. I wanna feature that right now. I want the people at home to see what you did, Kenny, because I thought it was actually very well done and I was impressed. So let's take a look at Kenny Lee, guys.
I just picked up some Trump coin right now.
Oh, Kenny just bought the Trump coin, guys.
57%
57%
shares of it.
traded 8.5 million shares.
Is that your own music in the background?
And T
Yeah.
up
I love it.
5%. Traded 2.4 million shares.
That's Kenny's own original music, guys.
And New RO up 8.5%. Traded 4.3 million shares. ATRS up 5.9%. Traded 923,000 shares. GBTC up 5.9%.
How's GBTC doing right now? Are they doing okay?
27,000 shares.
I'm not even
It was
looking
down
at it right now.
yesterday, but back up today.
I'll pull it up shortly. We're almost done here.
Alright guys, you guys have a good one.
Good job. I really like the video. I like the editing of the video. I thought it was very well done. I think it was extremely professional. I thought the pics were really well delivered. I thought you did a really good job, man. Good work on the pics.
Oh, thank you.
I was very impressed. Now, let's take a look at level 2 and let's take a look at some of the cryptocurrency stocks that are out there. Let's take a look at GBTC. Now, you bought GBTC, you made money on GBTC, and then you went and bought back in. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you
The
bought
first
back...
time, I got out with 110% profit,
Now,
and I
GBTC
bought
is...
back in at 495.
So, at 495. So, you're currently
Yeah.
down. You're currently down on this right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, he's down on this trade right now, and I made the same trade. I'm going to show you guys a company that I invested in, that I made money in, and then I went in again. And maybe this is a good sign that maybe you shouldn't go back into a stock after you make money. Take a look at GAHC. It's absolutely disgusting what's happening here. GAHC is getting destroyed. I made thousands of dollars on the stock. I have now lost thousands of dollars on the stock. It has turned into just a disaster. It has turned into a bloodbath. And after I researched this company, I found out that this company has millions of dollars in debt. Millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt. I also found that this company is giving out millions and millions of shares to pay off their debt. And these toxic guys that are converting this debt right now are dumping millions and millions and millions and millions of shares every single day into this liquid market with no regard for human life, with no regard for shareholders, with no regard for anyone's money. They're just crushing the stock, crushing bids, and just taking bids, taking bids, taking bids, taking bids, taking bids, taking bids, infinitum, to pull out money out of the market to pay back the debt that they are owed by this company. Because this company literally has made so many mistakes. They are now paying it off by issuing millions and millions of shares to a lot of different parties. That's why you see this consistent selling pressure in GAHC. Now, you're probably wondering, Rich, if you know this, why are you not selling knowing that you're losing thousands of dollars? Well, it's a very good question. One of the reasons why I'm not selling is I believe that this company actually has some really cool things that are happening. And I believe that once some of this toxic debt is removed and these guys are able to get rid of all of these impediments that are currently holding it down, I personally think that GHC is a good company, has some really good things that are happening, and I believe the company itself, and I might be wrong, but I believe the company itself, because of some of the acquisitions that it has and some of the things that it's doing, once it gets rid of all of this toxic garbage that it's eating through right now in the marketplace every single day, trading 20 to 100 million shares a day, eating through all this garbage. Once it gets rid of these millions of dollars of debt, because it will be able to get rid of millions of dollars of debt at this pace. If it continues at this pace and it's able to get rid of millions of dollars of debt, I believe this could be a powerhouse because they just eliminated their yield sign and they just became current in their filing and their reporting obligations. Now, what do you think about that, Kenny?
I don't really know about that, so
Well, if you know that there's a
it's kind of sketchy.
if you know there's a company that's got millions of dollars of debt and they're getting rid of their debt by selling stock, well, what's happening right now is the stock is going to consistently go down because these guys are just going to keep selling. So I anticipate this is going to continuously go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continuously watch it. And when I see it hit its bottom, because I don't think it has hit its bottom, I don't think it's even close to its bottom right now. So where did this start? This started at 0007. So at 0007, it started this epic move all the way up to 7 cents. And now it started to crater all the way down. Because all of these guys got their shares at these really ridiculously cheap prices. And now these shares are worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So they kind of outsmarted the company. They got the shares at a cheap price, pumped it up, and have been able to now sell their stock at much higher levels. And are able to literally turn those shares that were worth thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars, now they're worth millions of dollars. And they're just sitting there selling. You can see the way it's trading. It's completely being held down by guys that are just selling stock. And this is why I wasn't able to sell my shares when I was in GAHC, because every time I was trying to sell on the offer, they would jump me and they were forcing my hand and forcing me to sell on the bid. And that's why there's such a huge discrepancy between the bid and the offer. So this deal is totally disgusting, and it makes me sick. Even though I'm a shareholder of this company, now that I know what I know about this company, I just feel sick when I look at this stock. Now, I've dumped in thousands of dollars into the stock, like over $5,000. So I feel like a little bit of an idiot. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to go for a ride now. Because now that I know what I know, I actually believe in this company. But what I'm going to do is, instead of buying stock at these levels, I'm just going to wait for it to go to sub pennies, and I'm going to get millions of shares. That's my plan. That's my plan now. Because I know that this company is just going to keep unloading their stock to get rid of their debt. And they have millions of dollars of debt. And I made the stupid mistake of buying the stock without even looking, like an idiot. And then once I actually started researching it and realizing how much debt they had, I knew exactly why the stock was going down. I knew exactly why the stock was going down. It was so obvious. And it's pretty funny because while we're talking, it's starting to go up. Almost as if these criminals recognize that I've caught them in their act, and they're just taking it a little bit easy right now and letting it climb. It's kind of interesting how that works. Because they are criminals. Don't kid yourselves. These people that are unloading this garbage into the marketplace and doing this to shareholders are criminals. But what they're doing is totally legal. They're not doing anything illegal. But the company themselves, if they don't answer the phone, they pretty much are criminals. Because the reality is, I guarantee you, these guys that are selling millions of dollars of shares right now into this market, I will guarantee you, Kenny, these guys are going to put money back into the company, and they're going to get more shares, and they're going to do it again. Wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, I would.
Right? If you went and got a bunch of shares at, let's say, 001, and then it went to 2.5 cents, and you just made 1,000%, and all of a sudden, you've got millions of dollars, wouldn't you just go back to the company and say, hey, you know what? I got a couple $1 million. Here's $1 million. Pay off all your debts. Put 500 grand in the bank. And we'll buy another $2 million worth of stock. In fact, we'll buy your debt. So these guys can go back and buy all of their debt now. Because they're raising millions of dollars in a very liquid marketplace. And they don't really care what price this stock trades. They don't give a shit.
Because they already have money. They already made money off of it.
Well, they're buying it at a discount. I can go to this company right now, and I can buy their debt at a discount. We can buy their debt at a discount. We, Rich TV Live, can call these guys up right now, and I can say, listen, you guys got millions and millions of dollars of toxic debt. I want to buy your debt at 005. And I can literally go and buy their debt at 005 and convert it immediately into free trading shares and deposit it at Wilson and Davis, because this is at 2 cents, and you can deposit anything over a penny at Wilson and Davis. And you can literally buy the debt at half a penny and turn around and sell it at 2.5 cents right now in the open market.
Wow.
That's what happens, man. And that's why I tell you guys, don't buy penny stocks, because these companies are absolutely criminal. And I even made the mistake of buying this stock. I made thousands of dollars on it. Now I'm down thousands of dollars, and it just makes me laugh. All I can do is laugh. I honestly have no emotion. I don't even care. I have no emotion. I don't even care. Because I kick myself because I know better than to even buy this garbage. Because when you buy this garbage, this is exactly what happens to you. And isn't it funny? Kenny, watch. It's going up live as we speak, bro. Do you see what's happening? The bids are building. It's at 245 by 246 live while we speak. It is climbing. It is literally climbing while we speak. Almost as if these criminals are watching and saying, hey guys, take a little bit of selling pressure off. Rich is watching. Rich is talking about us now being criminals. Maybe let's take a little bit of the pressure off. Like, this is just disgusting what's happening here. So there's no regard for shareholders at all here. Nobody gives a crap about the shareholders. Nobody cares. This is just unlimited dumping. Unlimited dumping. Now remember, if you sell 1 million shares at 2.5 cents, that's 25 grand. So for every 1 million shares these guys are dumping, that's 25 grand. So do the math. 22 million shares. What's the quick math? That's $500,000 that these criminals pulled out of the market today. Off of my money and your money and investors' money and anybody who bought GAHC. Do you own GAHC?
Nope. I remember I got out of it when it was like dropping.
Yeah, and that was a very smart move. And because of my unwillingness to do that and my stubbornness and my method of trading, I won't do that. But at the end of the day, I'm looking back now and I should have done it. And the reality is this company is just a dog with fleas. Now, what is keeping me interested in this company is simply the fact that I've seen that they've now come fully reporting. They've come fully current. So they were a yield sign before. Now that yield sign is gone. So what that tells me is this company is getting money. So these guys that are converting debt are going back to the company saying, hey, you know what? Here's another 200 grand. We want to buy another 200 grand worth of debt. So what's happening is GHC is just eliminating debt. This is like a toilet. And they're just dumping their crap. They're just dumping their crap every single day. And the guys that are converting it at a discount. They're probably buying their debt at a penny. Or half a penny. And then they immediately go and sell it through the open market under Rule 144. These are real regulations. I'm speaking to you like a real regulator. I know more than those CEOs that are running these public companies. I could teach these CEOs how to run a real public company the right way. A lot of the CEOs that are running public companies don't deserve to even be running public companies. They don't even have a clue. If they did, they'd be issuing preferred shares to themselves, all of their shareholders, all their directors, and everybody in the company. But the reality is 99.9% of CEOs don't have a clue.
Either that or they're greedy.
I'm telling you, they don't have a clue. I work with CEOs every single day. I know for a fact that 99.9% of the CEOs don't have a clue. And this company right here, they've got so many skeletons in their closet. They're using this marketplace as a depository. As like a suppository to just dump their crap. And what you see that's happening right now is they're just dumping debt, dumping debt, dumping debt, dumping debt, dumping debt. And the mistake I made is I got involved in this dog with fleas. Because this is a dog with fleas. Now, the reason why I didn't sell my stock is because I did my research and I still believe in this company because I believe the company itself is doing some cool things. So I still believe in the company. And I do believe that the company is doing the right thing. I think that if you do have a ton of debt, why not use the stock, eliminate the debt through the stock as opposed to using the cash? So if they can start using this as a suppository, eliminate all of their $7 million of debt that I saw on their balance sheet, which made my eyes bleed today when I was reading it. And if they can actually eliminate the $7 million of debt through this, then this is actually a brilliant move. Because what will happen is once that debt is all gone, these guys will have millions of dollars in the bank and no debt. And there'll be a penny stock. And then what do you think will happen, Kenny?
Then it's gonna probably go back up.
Oh, they will explode. Because all of these guys that are sitting here unloading, they're not going to have any stock anymore. And then what you'll see is this will start to trade properly. And remember I told you this wasn't trading properly because every time I was putting up my offer, they would jump my offer? I'm telling you, these guys are running a box. And the guys that are running a box are the guys that are selling debt. And they're being told, they're telling their brokers, these guys here, ETRF, CDEL, Knight, CSTI, Kent, all these guys are telling their brokers, I want all the buying that comes in. All the buying that comes in, I want you to sell every single share. So these guys are sitting there putting downward pressure all the time. Downward pressure all the time. Downward pressure all the time. Thus, the stock is going down. This is not going up and down because of Bitcoin. This is using the hype of Bitcoin, which is creating the liquidity, and then they're issuing millions and millions of shares to eliminate their debt. And then the guys are going back to the company and saying, listen, we just eliminated a bunch of debt. We just sold a bunch of debt. You guys still owe us a little bit of debt. Let's convert a little bit more debt. And they just keep going back to the company and convert debt. And then the company says, well, why don't you give us some new money? And then the company says, okay, you know what? We just pulled out $1 million this week. Here's another $500,000 of new money. But do you know what that new money is, Kenny? It's debt.
I know.
It's debt.
Exactly.
So what I want to do is I want to teach and educate these public companies and CEOs that are running these companies. Don't take toxic debt. If you want this stock GHC to go to $5, and trust me, I want you to go to $5, because if you go to $5, that makes me a lot of money. So I want you to go to $5. The way you go to $5 is you get rid of all this debt, then you issue convertible preferred shares to everybody, and then if somebody wants to buy and give you money and buy shares, you give them convertible preferred shares as opposed to giving them toxic debt. You give them convertible preferred shares, which is an equity instrument and actually shows up on your balance sheet as equity. So when that money comes into the company, it shows up as $500,000 of an asset in the company's balance sheet. So you're not constantly just giving out debt and allowing people to just consistently sell stock infinitum into your market, which is going to kill your market and never going to allow a shareholder or a day trader or an investor like me that likes your technology to ever make money in your company. So don't take toxic debt. If you're a public company and you want to grow, do not take toxic debt. Do not get financed with toxic funding. If somebody wants to finance your company, take the money in the form of equity. Give them convertible preferred shares and let them sell slowly. And when they pull money out of the market, give them the option of reinvesting back into your public company and give them more convertible preferred shares. When Rich TV Live goes public, Kenny, and we will go public, and you will get a lot of shares, my friend. When we go public, we will only operate in equity. We will not take on any debt. We will have no debt. And all we're going to do is acquire our growth and acquire real estate and acquire shares and acquire companies with our equity, which will be convertible preferred shares, which we will create because we know how to create them from scratch. And we can teach you too, anyone that's running a private or public company, how to do this. It's true. Did you just learn something, Kenny?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's what we want to do here, man. I really want to educate people because this is a war zone. And when you're investing in this garbage, you can win very quickly and you can lose very quickly. And I won very quickly on GAHC and then I lost very quickly. Instead of jumping ship, what I decided was I want to learn about this company. Let me learn a little bit more about this company. So I started to learn about them. I started to read their financials. Let me show you how to do that. Kenny, are you watching at home? Okay, so go to OTC Markets. I want to show all of you guys at home how to research a company. Go to OTC Markets. Go to otcmarkets.com. Type in the company symbol. And as you can see, It's now a pink sheet company. There used to be a yield sign before. Now it's a pink sheet. So this stock technically should be going up today because they just became current. So why is the stock going down today? Well, it's pretty obvious why it's going down. They're dumping stock. Now, how did I find this? Are you on OTC Markets, Kenny?
Yes.
Okay, click on Filing and Disclosures. See where I see Filing and Disclosures?
Yeah.
Click on that. Now I'm actually teaching you guys how to read balance sheets, okay? People want to get technical. There's nothing more technical than reading financials, okay? So what you do is you scroll down, see where it says 10Q, 10K, 10Q, 10K. Okay, these are actually the company's reporting financials. This is where you go to see the company's real financials, okay? So when you click on 10Q, these are the real audited financials. I believe these are actually unaudited financials. So let's scroll down, Kenny, all the way down. And when I started reading this, I got very scared. So let me show you why. So the first thing, let's go to the assets. How much money does this company have in the bank? $19,000 cash. So the first thing I thought is, wow, I put more money into this company. I put over $7,000 into the stock, and they only have $19,000 in the bank. I should have gave the $7,000 to the bank. I should have given the $7,000 to the company. They needed it more than me, apparently. I gave $7,000 to a company that has $19,000 in the bank. Probably a stupid move. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Then I started researching more, and I'm like, oh, wow, they've got $358,000 in assets. Okay, that's not bad. Now, what are those assets? Well, those assets are investments, probably in the form of stock. I like that. That's good. That's good. They're doing the right thing. But then I started looking at the liabilities, and this is when my eyes started popping out because I started seeing red, lots and lots of red here, okay? Accounts payable and accrued expenses, $1.6 million. Convertible promissory notes payable in default, meaning debt. This is money that they received, $1.7 million in debt over the years that are now in default. So, for example, I go to them and say, here, I'm going to give you $1.7 million and you have a year to pay me back at a 10% interest. In a year, if they don't pay the interest, they are in default. Now, in the fine print, I say, if you don't pay me 10% interest, that interest compounds monthly. And every month, that compounds by 25%. So, every month, that 10% goes to 25%, and then the next month it goes to 50%, and the next month it goes to 75%, and the next month it goes to 100%, and next month it goes to 125%, and next month it goes to 125%. This is actually real, Kenny. It's called a debt spiral. This is what companies do to turn these companies into garbage and to destroy shareholders, and why most people don't want to invest in penny stocks. And what companies do is they put these companies in default, and then they put the gun against them and say, listen, you're in default, so now you owe us, we lent you $200,000, but now since you're in default 3 years behind, you actually owe us $1.7 million. Because it just compounds. So what we're going to do, since we like you so much, we don't expect you to pay us in cash because we know you don't have it. So what we're going to do is we'll just sell a bunch of stock. You're okay with that, right? And because the CEO is desperate, they want to get rid of this $1.7 million, they say, sure, they got no other choice. They don't got any cash, so they give them $1.7 million of stock. Look at all this debt, my friend. $1.7 million of convertible promissory notes. Net of debt discount of $289,000 and $201,000. Net of debt discount. You're telling me there's a debt discount of $289,000? Isn't that a big discount? And another one of $201,000? Do you see the games that are being played in here? How dirty this is? Promissory notes payable. Once again, in default. another 230,000. These 230,000 balloon into millions. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So what they have to do is they have to get rid of all of this through issuing shares. And by issuing shares, they might, if they're lucky, be able to one day get rid of this debt. But most likely, they will never get rid of this debt. Most likely. Because the way these debt funders operate is as soon as you get to a point where you're like 50% of the debt is gone, they give you more money. Do you understand?
Yes.
So they'll be like, here's another 250,000, but don't worry, you don't have to pay that back for a year. And what happens is you don't think about it. And then you don't pay it back for a year, and then after a year, your 10% debt, your 10% interest, it balloons to 25% a month again. And then the next month it balloons to 50, and the next month it balloons to 75, and the next month it balloons to 150. Do you understand what I'm saying? This debt spiral? And that's how these debts balloon and how these companies get in over their head and why 99% of these companies don't succeed. And it's also why I say don't invest in this garbage, because these companies are garbage. Now, does the company have a chance to succeed? Well, I think they do. And this is why. They are eliminating their debt, and the stock, God willing, will continue to trade 20 million shares a day. And if it continues to trade 20 million shares a day, they're able to get rid of $500,000 worth of debt a day, which is huge. Now I started reading some more. Are you still on OTC Markets with me, Kenny?
Yes.
So I started reading more, and I know you're a ninja, so you're going to start to read financials because you're a smart guy. So look at all the crazy shit this company's gone through. Global Arena Holding Inc., formerly Global Arena Holding Subsidiary Corp., was formed in February of 2009 in the state of Delaware. GAHI and its subsidiaries, the company, was previously a financial services firm and currently is focusing on the following businesses through these subsidiaries. This is where I find it to get interesting. This is where the company started to change. On February 25, about 2 years ago, 2015, Global Election Services Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary, was incorporated in the state of Delaware. GES provides comprehensive technologies-enabled election services primarily for organized labor association. On May 20th, 2015, the company incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary in the state of Delaware called GAHI Acquisition Corp. This entity is to be the merger subsidiary for the potential acquisition of, this is where I get excited, Blockchain Technologies Corp. This is where I start wondering, what is this company doing? Global Arena Investment Management LLC, GAIM, a wholly owned subsidiary, provided investment advisory services to its clients. GAIM was formally registered with the SEC as an investment advisor. This subsidiary is currently inactive. Okay? Global Arena Commodities Corp., GACOM, which is 100% owned by GAHI, ceased all operations in 2014, and the company plans to close GACOM in 2016. So this company is definitely doing a restructuring. So this is unaudited. The unaudited condensed consolidation financial statements have been prepared by the company pursuant to the rules and regulations of the Securities and Exchange Commission. The information furnished herein reflects all adjustments consisting of normal, reoccurring accruals and adjustments, which are, in the opinion of the management, necessary to fairly present the financial condition of the company and its operating results for the respective periods. The condensed consolidated balance sheet of December 31st, 2016 has been derived from the company's audited consolidated financial statements. So this tells me that this company is moving in the right direction. However, The company does have a going concern. Now, do you understand what a going concern is, Kenny? Kenny, do you understand what a going concern is?
No.
Okay. The going concern is the company's debt that it's carrying, the company's obligations that it's carrying, the company's monthly burden. And the company's monthly burden right now is more than the company can handle. So what they're pretty much saying here is that the company is going through restructuring. We're trying to get rid of our debt. However, our debt is too much to handle. We've got a major going concern, and we've got to carry it over. And we don't know if we will be able to continue as a business, but we're going to do everything we can. Okay? Now, let's read this, because this is where you really start to learn. This is fascinating for me to learn about companies. The company's consolidated financial statements have been prepared in conformity with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States of America, which contemplates the continuation of the company as a going concern. So the company has generated reoccurring losses and cash flow deficits from its continuing operations since inception. Did you hear that? Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah.
The company has only incurred debts since its inception. This is like them going to confession. Okay? And it has had to continually borrow to continue operating. Not good. Red flag number one. Okay? In addition, with the sale of Global Arena Capital Corp in August of 2004, which was the company's principal operating business, the company's continuing operations are insufficient to support its ongoing activities. Not good. Not good. Not good again. In addition, certain of the company's debt went into default and required extensions and adjustments to previously issued warrants and conversion prices. Certain debt continues to be in default as of March 31st, 2017. These factors raise substantial doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. Red flag all over the place. The continued operations of the company are dependent upon its ability to raise additional capital. Now, this is where I think they will succeed, because I know the way this industry is, and I know that when you trade 20 million shares a day, you can raise a shitload of money. Shitload. So, if they're able to raise money, they will be able to eliminate their going concern. Because think about it. If it's trading 20 million shares a day, that's $500,000 a day. That's $2.5 million a week that they're able to raise out of the market by just sitting there selling stock. And they're doing that. They're running a box. That's why I wasn't able to sell my stock. And trust me, I'm a very sophisticated trader, Kenny. I've worked in this industry for years. I know how to sell stock. And if I'm not able to sell stock, you know there's something fishy going on. And I'm telling you, that was when a red flag popped up immediately. But sometimes what I've learned with some of these companies, as much as they're being fishy, maybe something good might happen here too. Because if you're able to run that type of a box, and you've got that many high-level, sophisticated traders making sure that nobody sells, and you're selling every share, you're getting rid of a lot of debt. Fast. Like, they're able to get rid of these $200,000 of debt, like, in weeks. So they can just go out there and get more. But what I'm suggesting is, why go out there and get debt? Why not just go out and get equity? Why not get a $5 million credit, like an equity line of credit? You know what I mean? And if the company needs a $5 million equity line of credit, I can facilitate it. So GAHC, if you're watching, I can help you. You don't need to keep going and getting debt. You guys don't know what you're doing. This is nuts. Like being run by maniacs, like Neanderthals. Let me continue to read this. Why I'm still interested and why I didn't sell, even though my eyes were bleeding. The continued operations of the company are dependent upon its ability to raise additional capital, obtain additional financing, and or acquire or develop a business that generates sufficient positive cash flows from operations. In May 2015, the company entered into an agreement and plan of merger with Blockchain Technologies Corporation. This is where I get very interested. BTC. Who is BTC? Which holds provisional patents and intellectual property for creating a new 3D blockchain technology. In October 2015, the company acquired 10% of the outstanding equity in BTC. The management of the company is also in negotiations with other companies it believes could be beneficial to the company's operations. The company continues to raise funds from the issuance of additional convertible promissory notes. Right there. They're admitting it. They're raising money by issuing more debt. Like, come on, GHC. What's wrong with you guys? Jeez. It's mental.
What the hell are they doing?
It's like a vicious cycle of mediocrity, a vicious cycle of stupidity, a vicious cycle of just. I mean, just it's mind-boggling how stupid these people are. So get rid of your debt and then go and raise money through equity. Through equity! People can buy preferred shares. You can raise money at higher levels and this stock could fly. This stock could be at $5. This thing could turn around, Kenny. I'm telling you. This could turn around. If they get some big news, if BTC, which is the same symbol as Bitcoin, if BTC gets some big news, starts generating revenue, if these guys start acquiring their growth, if these guys eliminate all of their debt, and they start raising money through equity, and they actually start raising money through convertible preferred shares and do it through an equity raise, as opposed to a convertible promissory debt, toxic debt raise, these guys could be a huge player in the future. Huge. Especially what's happening with Bitcoin. There aren't that many cryptocurrency and Bitcoin companies out there. Period. So the question is, are they thieves and criminals that are only in this to rape and pillage the public? Or are they really interested in growing a business? That remains to be seen. So that's why I haven't sold the stock. Even though I see red flags everywhere and I see criminals written all over this deal, and I may be wrong. I'd love for GHC to come on my show and tell their story. But I've already been told that you can't get a hold of them. They have no news. So it's very odd. However, you have now gotten reporting. At least you've removed your yield sign. That is a good sign. But GHC, I am a shareholder. I own 70,000 shares of your company. I will buy more, and I anticipate buying millions of shares when you go into the double zeros because your toxic funders don't give a shit about your shareholders. Now, my question is, why GBTC are you doing this? And why, GAHC. Why GHC are you doing this? And why aren't you doing this the right way? And why don't you do this without so much toxic funding? Why don't you try to do equity funding? And why don't you actually try to acquire your growth and acquire some companies without any debt instruments so that we can actually see shareholders like me see a return on their investments, as opposed to seeing red? Because right now all I'm seeing is red because your toxic funders are dumping stocks infinitum with no regard for human life. But what do you do? So that's my little rant for the day, Kenny. I hope you learned a little bit about how to read financials. You can continue to go down. You can continue to go down and see all the transactions, all the financials.
Yeah, I'm keep reading it right now.
Look at all the shares these guys issued. It's sickening. Look at this. 604 million shares were issued for convertible notes.
Yeah, I see that.
604 million shares were issued. 281 million shares were issued in warrants. Now, those warrants are exercisable at 10 cents. That's another reason why I haven't sold, Kenny. If you read this, you will see that these warrants are exercisable at 10 cents. So unless this goes to 10 cents, they can't get any money. So what I think is going to happen, because these guys are such dirty guys, I think they're going to raise a bunch of money, raise a few $1,000,000. They're going to hire a bunch of promoters. And then I'm going to see somebody in my email one day saying, GHC is the next hot stock. And they're going to put a $250,000, $500,000 promotion campaign on so that these guys can sell their stock and that the stock can pop. And the stock's going to pop, hopefully go to 10 cents. And I'll make a lot of money. And everybody who's involved will make a lot of money. And if it happens, I'll hopefully have a lot more shares at a lower price because I'm looking at buying every day, but I'm not buying until I see that these guys get out of the way. Because until I see that there's a billion shares of selling that gets out of the way, I'm not even remotely interested in buying any more shares of this company. Isn't that crazy? 888 million shares of selling. Last year there was 202 million out there. All of a sudden this year there's 888 million. Why do you think there's so much, Kenny?
I have no idea.
Because the stock is trading and it's very liquid and they're seeing the opportunity to get rid of all the debt. And if they're able to get rid of all of this debt, I say that this stock could explode.
Of course, if a company gets rid of their debt, it's going to go up.
Because they'll get rid of their debt, and if they're structured properly and they get millions of dollars in the bank, this company could explode. You could see this thing trading at $2 to $5.
It's definitely possible if they get rid of their debt.
So hopefully they're able to get rid of their debt, and hopefully they can do it soon. But the problem that I have is they say it right in their filings that they're out there and they're focused on raising more promissory notes to do toxic funding. So they clearly don't have a clue. They clearly don't have a clue how to run a real business. They think that a public company is just a tool to sell stock. That's typically the way most companies are being run. And if I was running this company, I would change a lot of things and I would do everything I could to see this company move to a senior exchange. Because I think this is the type of company that could be on the Amex. And if they were on the Amex, this company would explode and I would be very happy. My shares would have a lot of value. Let's just put it that way. Well, look at it like this way. I got 70,000 shares, right? If this was at $5, it'd be worth 350,000 US to me. So those are the types of opportunities I like to look for. Now, what's the chances that this goes to $5? Well, if they're able to eliminate all their debt, I think it's extremely possible. But as long as they continue to operate the way they're operating, which is toxic, they'll never get there. So right now I have my doubts, but who knows? Maybe one day they decide to work with Rich TV Live. We work with them, we restructure them, and I know how I could get them to $3 to $5 like that. But that's just me. I'm not gonna tell you guys. You guys are going to have to pay for that proprietary information. But I know how to do it. So, my friend Kenny, you are a sniper. I'm really happy for you. How are all of your Bitcoin investments going so far? Are they going well?
Yeah, they're all up.
Wow. Every one of them?
Yeah.
Wow. That is absolutely incredible. So look at that, guys. Kenny got involved, start buying this weekend. And here we are on Tuesday, and Kenny is up on every one of his holdings. You are a true sniper, my friend. You are a leader. You're a sniper. You are an inspiration to us all. And I'm super happy for you. Couldn't happen to a better guy that has a better story. And you know what? I just can't wait to get in myself. I'm going to be getting in. I'm just looking for the right opportunity. I should have got in yesterday when Bitcoin was at 2,400. That would have been the best sniper opportunity I've seen in the last few weeks. So I'm looking for my opportunity. Haven't got in yet, but I'm super happy for you. I'm happy that you're in. And for those of you guys that are watching, if you guys want to buy Bitcoin, all you got to do is go to Rich TV Live. Go to Rich TV Live, click on Coin Mama, and you can buy your Bitcoin right there on Coin Mama. That's all you got to do. And you too can buy your Bitcoin, guys. It's super easy. And if you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, all you got to do is hit the LiveCoin button, click on LiveCoin, and it'll take you right to livecoin.net where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies. You don't need to go anywhere else. All you need to do is go to Rich TV Live, make sure you subscribe, and join a winning team where we bring you the biggest and the best opportunities in the world. We bring you live and in real time at your fingertips, and we bring it to you first. What do you think, Kenny? You've used Coin Mama. You've used livecoin.net. What do you think about both?
They're both great platforms.
There you go, guys. You've heard it from Kenny. He's using both, and he's already winning. All right, Kenny. Thank you for your time, my friend. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for joining us. Continue to win. You're an inspiration for us all. And continue sniping, my friend.
All right, Rich.
We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
All right, for sure. Bye.
That is DJ Cloud Ninja Kenny Lee. What a sniper. I mean, goes in, gets his Bitcoin. Man, he's got me whistling all the way down the road, let me tell you. Got me whistling down the road. Kenny Lee, one of our subscribers, gets into Bitcoin on the weekend and is up on all of his cryptocurrencies on livecoin.net. And we brought it to you first before anybody else on the planet. It's true. Livecoin.net, Bitcoin is got chicken dinner written all over it. Even got a fat old turkey. Maybe even some surf and turf. Go get yourself some Bitcoin. Go to Rich TV Live. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that like down below and comment on the show. Because all I do is bring you winners. It's true. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I just love how the World Coin Index, they just trade like 24 hours a day. It just trades. It just goes. All right. Kenny Lee is winning on all of his cryptocurrencies. So you know what I'm thinking? I got to get in. So I'm going to go. But until next time, who's watching? Because if you're not winning, you're not watching. All right, guys. It's about that time. I know. You don't want me to go. I know. I don't want to go either. I love you guys. But you know what? I'm going to buy me some Bitcoin. Peace! In the Middle East, Korea, North Korea, America, Canada, Europe. Australia, the Caribbean, Africa, and everywhere else in the globe. I love you all. Without all of you, none of this is possible. I'm gonna go get me some Bitcoin. What you thinking? You know, take a look what's going on in the news. You know, it's one of the best places to look for the news is Rich TV Live. All you gotta do is go to Rich TV Live, hit that news button, and voila, we got the news. You got the tickers right there. You got the scrolling tickers. And you got the updated news. We'll see you soon. When all else fails, buy Bitcoin. You know what I'll do is I'll zoom in for you a little bit. Let you guys. So you guys get a better look. What's going on in the news? Live on Rich TV Live. Subscribe.